Hello and welcome back to Satisfactory, Outpost in the desert. Between episodes I had to make one more minor change to our shipping outpost, or our shipping trains, and that was just to move the steel beams back to the shipping train A. They started in, I believe they started in B and then they moved to C and now they're back to A. That makes the most sense. They're in the very last car. So shipping A will now travel to the heavy frames outpost, the limestone outpost, and eventually to the motor outpost. Now we're going to check shipping C. Shipping C travels between the quartz and electronics outposts. Between episodes I double checked, and the first container on the train below us, let's see if we can get a bird's eye view here. Here we go. So this is the first container. It's actually, yeah, first freight container. The second freight container, the first one that has items, is actually the double belt of silica. This is going to go to the aluminum outpost for use in making aluminum ingots. The third freight car, that's the single belt of silica. We're going to use that in the electronics outpost for high-speed connectors. And the fourth, what is that? That's going to be crystal oscillators. The fifth, or the sixth through eighth, those are unused. This will be from the motor factory once that's set up. So we just routed those up from the second floor to the third. We've got two belts here for the double belt of silica. We're not using those yet. We've got a single belt of silica that we're going to use for electronics, making high-speed connectors, and this will be crystal oscillators. Let's check. Hopefully we've got some oscillators here. If not, yeah, okay, good. Now we're ready to go to the electronics factory, electronics outpost, and start setting up high-speed connectors, computers, and I believe supercomputer automation, all of that. Let's just check our supplies. Looks like we're good on the basics. Okay, up to the roof. Okay, this is the electronics incoming. First car, we've got plastic. This is being delivered by Shipping C. The second platform is empty. The third, silica. This is the single belt of silica from Shipping C. This should be copper sheets. We're out of copper sheets. We need to increase our production of copper sheets. We're using them faster than we're making them. Probably because we're using Mark IV belts to consume them, and I don't know, Mark III or Mark II belts to produce them. Then I think the fifth and sixth platforms are empty, and this should be crystal oscillators. A ton of them. That's great. So let's hook these belts up. Let's see, this is copper sheets. this is silica. So if we go, is this long enough to reach up to? It is, excellent. Okay. So we'll have oscillators in the top, and then, alright, this is actually hooked up to the wrong connection. Needs to be on the output. Okay. Oscillators, silica, plastic on the third, and then copper sheets on the bottom. So copper sheets and plastic are going down here. Let's try to get, is there any, okay, good. So let's try to put, let's think about this. Yeah, okay. The oscillators and silica are both going to the same level. So let's put a window here, a double window. Okay, no clipping, excellent. And these are going down, not to the top level, but the level right below the top level. So this floor will be supercomputers, and this floor will be high-speed connectors and computers. Get our double window. Conveyor lifts. There we go. There's the beep. Okay. Just make sure everything's correct here. So this is not unloading because we're already full of plastic. Oh, we had two trains here at the same time. Great. Hopefully this is copper sheets. Alright. Not very many. But everything's working as intended. I like to see that. Okay, let's go down 2 levels. Okay. So we've got both of our resources coming in from the east side. Now we need to bring some resources up too, right? Let's think about what we're doing first. Let's do the computers first. We're using an alternate recipe for computers. The crystal computer. And it's just circuit boards and crystal oscillators. So we can use assemblers. We don't need manufacturers for this. And I believe we need 16? Yeah, 16 assemblers. Oh, that's not what I wanted to add. I wanted to add 16 assemblers. Here we go. And now let's just think about the high-speed connectors. For these we're using this alternate recipe, circuit boards, silica, and quick wire. So we'll need to bring quick wire and circuit boards up from the floors below. Now these are circuit boards here, and this is quick wire here. Is this the quick wire that we're using? And it's been so long since I've been here, I can't remember which quick wire. It looks like this is, what is this, AI limiters? Okay, well, we need to go down to the floor below and just check out our situation. Okay, this is quick wire. So these two are not moving, it looks like they're unused. Yeah, they're not connected to any lifts. This is definitely moving. This is also connected up top to the AI limiter assembly. I believe these are both also connected to AI limiters. And I want to say that these two are for circuit boards. Just make sure that there are lifts there, right? Oh, these are ingots. And this, yeah, these are being lifted up for circuit boards. So I believe that these two lanes are unused. Let's check the notes and just see what kind of amounts we need. So, high-speed connectors, we're going to have 20 of them, which means 1,800 quick wire per minute. So we need 3 belts of quick wire for high-speed connectors. Yikes. So we'll have these 2 belts, which are making, what are they, like 600 each, is that right? Yeah, 600 each. And then we have the excess from, I was on the right floor. The unused quick wire from circuit boards and a limiter is being merged here. Okay. Okay, now I know what we're doing. Okay. So we're gonna have to take all 3 of these up. Okay, there's the 3rd. Okay, good. Need to figure out how many, or how much that merged belt is carrying. So we know this conveyor lift is 600 per minute, and this is also 600 per minute. But that merged belt, let's see, circuit boards were being fed by 1,200 per minute, and they're actually only consuming 825, so that's 375 as an excess. I believe it's close to 780, right? 375. And then AI limiters were being fed by, I want to say it was 4 belts of 600 each. Yeah, 400 was the excess. So we've got 475 will eventually be on this belt. And that's the far north belt. Okay, let's remember that. Back up. Okay, so here we are. This is circuit boards. 600 quick wire per minute, 600 quick wire per minute, 775 per minute. Now let's look at our requirements. We need 1800 per minute. Well, that's not great, and we need 20 of them, so that's not, there's not, you know, not divisible by 3. We'll make it work, it's fine. Yeah, okay. I see what we need to do. Yeah, we'll make it work. But let's see, because we've got most of the quick wire on this side, I feel like we should do the high-speed connectors are over here, and maybe the computers over here. Let's see which side we've got silica on. I mean, ideally we'll have this left side will be crystal oscillators, but you know, that may not work out. What do we got? Did we not connect those lifts? What's going on? Are the lifts going the wrong way? These lifts are empty, and they should not be. Huh. Okay. Let's check this out. What's going on? I'm not gonna make it. Let's just go up. Oh, belts aren't connected. That would do it. That would do it. Every time. Okay. Back down. Okay, good. Oscillators are on the right side. That's excellent. So we'll do our computer setup over here on the north. Okay. I hope we have enough room for... I think we will. I just, you know, can't forget how large manufacturers are. They're so space intensive. Okay. Let's grab You know, I think we should probably do the manufacturers first just because they require so much space. I thought we had plenty of room in the quartz factory, and it turned out we were short on space. So let's see if we can fit these in. 20 manufacturers. Don't need any of those. Okay. So let's look at the recipe for high-speed connectors. Quick wire, silica, circuit boards. And we know the excess circuit boards, well, we actually need to split the circuit boards between our high-speed connector setup and also the computer assemblers. So that's the first step. Let's just bring this down as close as we can there. And put a splitter. There we go. You know, we could actually do better than that. Let's do... Okay. Step 1, circuit boards. You know what? I don't want to have to conflict with these two belts, so let's put it 2 splitters up. Which I believe should just be 1 conveyor pull up. There we go. Circuit boards. Now this is 600, this is 600. We've got silica over there, which we can probably just wrap the silica around. But let's see how much space it's going to take up. It's probably going to be a lot. Now, you got to leave yourself some room with manufacturers. I guess we could get a little bit closer if we choose to use conveyor lifts, and because of the space, I think we're going to have to, let's just commit to using conveyor lifts to feed these beasts. And let's see if we can fit 10. Oh, we're not going to do it. Oh, this is a nightmare. 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, did we do it? 10 with 1.5 to spare. Jeez. It's just 10, right? Okay, good. Just making sure. We have 2 full on this side. Oh, yikes. Okay. This is not bad. We've definitely got the space. It's just tight. You know, it's really tight. And maybe we want to move them down a little bit. Like even half of a foundation might make all the difference in terms of neatness. So yeah, let's just take the time now and move these all down half foundation. Why don't we even go like a full foundation? No, let's do half. Make sure. So I think we can move this out a little bit. Say 3, and that'll still give us enough room. Let's just check how this looks, because we can put the mergers right next to each other. That's not a big deal. And we'll just give it one space. Manufacturer over here. Line it up one space away. And we've still got plenty of room for the assemblers. Okay, excellent. Good. This will work. Let's put down the rest. Nine. 10. Good. Yeah, that looks good. Which way are we merging? I think we can merge either way. I think we've got more belts on this side of the building. Let's just check that. Okay, yeah, nothing's coming up. So that should work. And then the one thing we need to think about is that our excess circuit boards and the excess quick wire, those are both being shipped back to the storage hub. So we want to keep that in mind. So we'll probably do that on the far side, the east side. So it makes more sense to merge to the west. And these will be used here. Okay. Okey-doke. Let's place our last 9 manufacturers. And 20. Merging behind me to the west. the output like on these? 3 per minute times 20 is 60 per minute. I mean, we could fit all of these on a Mark 1 belt. Let's use Mark 4. Just, you know, maybe there's a scenario in the future where you like overclock some of these, so that would, you know, exceed the capacity of a Mark 1 belt. But mainly I'm using Mark 4s because I have more encased industrial beams than iron plates on me. We will use Mark 1s for this because there's no possible way to get more than 60 from any single machine. There's no possible way to get more than 7.5 from any single machine. Okay, let's set up all the recipes. I wish there was a faster way to do this. This is where Factorio definitely has an edge, is the, you know, the click and drag commands to affect multiple machines with like a single function. Okay. Okay, that's the output. Now, the tricky part. Do we, you know, we may not even need to split. No, I want to split it. I was going to say we could just wrap it around and hit the computers too, but then it's going to prioritize high-speed connectors, and I'd rather split it so that they have like equal priority. Now let's think about quick wire. How far back? If we have this 1, 2, 3. Can this third belt reach this without a... Surely it can, right? That's 1.5 foundations away. So I could put it here, and it'd still reach. But that only leaves me 4, 5, really 5 for the assemblers. That's not enough. Like this will be tight. And here. Yeah, we need to be closer. Much closer. So let's commit to conveyor lifts. and then we can have them just super snug and give us all the room we need. That looks right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Go 5 and put it between. Getting that teal line from the floor below is really throwing me. Okay. So circuit boards and silica, that's easy. You know, we've just got one belt of each to work with. But the quick wire, we need 1800 quick wire. Between 20 machines. Right, each machine requires 90 per minute. So if one belt has 600, that's 6 2/3 machines that it can support. This belt over here will have 780. Or sorry, 775. Divided by 90 per minute. So this can feed 8.6, or supply 8.6. Okay, so this is what we'll do. Let's just, this as simply as possible here. We'll put quick wire on the top. Of this belt on the 4th level. Maybe we should split it. Let's split it. You know, maybe not necessary, but I like the idea. Can I attach this? I know you can. Maybe it needs to have a belt there first. Now can I split it? Yeah, perfect. Needs to come forward one more. I just deconstructed my walls. Hate that. That's the perils of mass deconstruct. Okay, let's go up to the 4th. Put our splitter right on the end. Okay. 4th over here. Now let's test this. Well, this is the way to do it with the splitter. 1, 2, 3, 4. Grab our lift. Too close. Okay. Let's go one more space out. There we go. We're in time. Okay, not too bad. That's where I had them before. Okay. Put the splitter in the wrong place, I guess. Okay, so this belt is the 600. This is going to get a little bit tricky. What's the best way to merge it down? Yeah, it's to merge it down. That's what we'll do. Two, three, four. One, two, three, four. It's 3 manufacturers. 4. 5. And this will be the last one that belt can support. Okay. Let's just continue putting these down. That's too far over. Okay. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now once we get to this 6 machine, we'll only have 66 quick wire left in this belt, and we need 90, so we won't have enough to continue with the 7, 8, 9, and 10. So what we'll have to do is we'll have to merge this top belt onto this lower belt. Top belt starts with 775, and we're splitting that two ways, which is 387.5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the last one. So right here, we'll need a merger. And I think we can make this work. Okay. So 387.5 plus 66.6 is, 454 divided by 90 equals 5 machines. We only have 4 left, so we're good. We'll have a little bit extra, which is what we want, because we want to send that extra quick wire back to the storage hub. Now, here's where it could get a little tricky, but let's just do this and try to keep it as clean as possible. This is taking a lot of time. So let's put the belt there, and then let's put a splitter on the end and merge it down. So now this belt, this upper belt, will merge onto the third belt. And we can continue. And then we'll merge the combined excess quick wire, send them up to the top floor and back to the storage hub. Now let's do the other two. We're doing silica and circuit boards. Let's get our splitters. Right there and here, right? And this will be 2. This will be 3. Those are not aligned. These are. Doesn't look right, is it? Yeah, it does. And the perspective is really weird here. And these false positive teal lines just make it worse. Let's try to get a few more in. 1, 2, 3. 2. These manufacturer arrays take so much time to set up. Okay. So, doesn't matter which one. I guess let's put, where do we put our circuit boards here? This is probably the second level, so let's do that. Let's go with that. 1, 2, 3, 4. We can go right to the edge. That's good. One, 2. Actually, this is the first level. Let's just fix this clipping really quickly. There we go. Okay, so we'll have circuit boards on the first row. Okay. And we'll have to wrap this around. No, we won't, because wait, yes we will. And in fact, this is a mistake, because we want circuit boards coming from the other direction. Crap. This was meant to be the circuit boards that were feeding the crystal computers. So we need to just remove all these. That's my bad. The circuit boards will be wrapping around from the other direction. And, you know, maybe it makes sense to have the silica wrapping around from that direction too. Yeah, let's do that. Basically, I just need to deconstruct all these, because now the splitters are oriented the wrong way. Got silica right here. We know the silica is going to be on the second level. Okay, so we'll just wrap the silica all the way around here. One, two, three, four. Okay, it'll definitely reach. Okay, we're not gonna have time to finish this setup. But I think everyone can see, hopefully, what I intend here. One, that's aligned. Two, three. Now let's see if that's totally not aligned. Okay, that works. Good. Except it's in the wrong position. Anyway. Right height, right placement. So, thanks for watching. Didn't get nearly as much done as I wanted to this episode. In the next episode, we'll pick up... I'm going to finish connecting our high-speed connectors between episodes, and in the next episode we'll start with the crystal computers, and we'll also blow through supercomputers. Please like the video. I hope you guys are enjoying this as much as I am. Now that we're like over the hurdle of figuring out the train situation, I feel like it's gonna pick up much faster. We've got maybe one more episode where we quickly revamp the motor factory, and then we're ready to unlock Tier 7. So, like the video, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see everyone after the break.